cried, like cried to my coaches. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Nessa Live Fitness. So today I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about post-show, how I think it went, what are my thoughts. If you guys watched my show day video, you saw that I won first place in novice, and then I won overall novice, and I won third in my open class. So I'm so thankful that I waited a couple weeks to film this because my emotions were everywhere. It would not have been a good video. I probably would be talking like this because I was so bummed out. I was bummed. I'm going to be honest. I was sad, very sad, to the point that I cried after prejudging. Cried. Like, cried to my coaches. I felt stupid for crying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, ugh. Like, I don't want to be sad about this. I want to be happy about this. Like, I got overall in novice. I know it doesn't count towards nationals at all, but it's still progress. And I got third in my class. I don't remember how many girls were in my class. I don't really remember. It had to be between 10 to 12, if I could guess. 10 to 12 maybe. So yeah. So I was completely bummed out, and honestly, I failed at character, and it's not the right thing. And I had to go apologize to my teammates, and had to go apologize to some of the girls that were at the show and how I behaved. And I'm like, listen, that's not the character that I want to display. That's not who I am. And you know what? It's a learning experience, and it will never happen again. Like, I will show great character no matter what placing I get. I want to be known as an athlete that has great sportsmanship, that has to be grateful to place is a big thing. You guys that have been following my journey from the very beginning, I got last place in my first show. I didn't win a thing. My second show, I got like, I don't know, I need to like write these things down. 6th place, I think. Didn't win top 5. And then my third show, I finally won top 5, and I was so ecstatic to get 4th place. Like, I was so happy. I'm like, you could not have told me, there's nothing that you could have said that would have made me feel some type of way for getting 4th place. Like, I was ecstatic because I know what it was like to lose. I know what it's like to not place. So now that I've had time to process it, I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, you are ungrateful. You are being selfish. You should be proud of how far you've come. And you placed. It's not like you didn't have a placing. Yes, did I want that 1st and 2nd place? Duh. That's what I went to compete for. But at the same time, I went out there and I did my very best. Number 2, I looked my very best. Number 3, I gave this prep everything I had. And I'm stronger. I'm a better athlete each and every time I prep for a show. So I'm looking at the progress. So you have to remember how far you've come. You have to remember that you're growing. And yes, it sucks when you put like time in, and like every single day you're putting everything into your prep, and you're putting the work in, and you're working super hard. But guess what? Your hard work is going to pay off. And that's what I'm keeping in my mind. Like, my hard work is going to pay off. It will. It will be my turn when it's my turn. That is my thoughts. I was so bummed. I was so down on myself. I was like, ugh. Like, it is what it is. And I'm not going to say anything else about the other competitors. I will say the girl that took first place and won overall looked freaking amazing. She looked so good. When I saw her in my class, I'm like, yep, she's first place. Like, you could just look at her and be like, she's first place. Not to derail me in any way, but reality. Hello. You see your other competition and you're like, she looks amazing. So she won first and she won overall. Completely deserved, 100%. That's all I'm going to say about that. So I got third, and you got to be happy with everything. But the awesome part is I won overall novice. So let me talk about that really quick. So I won overall novice, and I have a huge trophy and my first place medal and a tiara. So I have all that in my room, and it's super pretty, and I love it. I cannot wait to get like a shelf to display my trophies and medals. I don't know what kind to even get. So if you know what kind to get, let me know. So yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about is, what is my next plan? So I'm looking at shows early 2020. I know that I think March, April is when the shows really start in Florida. If I could travel to do Arnold Amateur in April or March, it's in April. I think it's in April. I would hands down do that show. So we're going to budget some things out. I would love to do Arnold Amateur. Oh my gosh. I would love to just go to the Arnold to watch the pros. Yeah. So that is the goal is March, April, around that time. So I have about 11 weeks to make some improvements, to make some gains. Really in my upper body, I felt like my lower body looked really good. My coach felt the same. We just need to bring my upper body and start trying to figure out what we can do to make my upper body look fuller. I told my coach, I'm like, man, like 3 days out, my shoulders were so full looking. And I'm like, we have to figure out how can we keep that fullness when I'm depleted. Like, I don't know if we're depleting too much. I don't know. I'm excited. I have a fire ignited in me. Okay, so I had someone ask me a question on my Instagram story. How do you balance home life with the demand of your prep life? Okay. I feel like this is a great question because this is a hard thing to do. This was my fourth prep. So I would say I got a good balance now. In the beginning, not so much. But so how do I balance home life? Okay. And when I'm prepping for a show, like, how do I balance home life when the demand of prep is like a lot? So how I balance it is I try to make it where my family, my husband and my children don't necessarily feel a difference when I'm on prep. The only difference that I want them to feel is that I can't eat what you're eating. Like, the girls know, Mom, you want a cookie? Like, they know, no, Mom, I can't have a cookie. Like, they know I can't have pizza. They know I can't have anything good stuff, right? But that doesn't mean that they can't have a cookie, and that doesn't mean they can't have pizza when they want it, and they can't have good treats and stuff like that. So I tried to do that a lot more. In the past, I didn't, because it was very hard for me to be around food I couldn't eat, honestly. And sometimes it still is. It's normal. But I will say that I made pizza for them. I cooked them cookies. I, let them eat normal. So I feel like you have to find a balance in food And family time, I feel like I got my gym time mostly when they were at school. My husband was at work. There was times that I had to go do cardio or a workout session later when my husband got home and I wasn't home with them. But I tried to make that a very minimum thing, like not all the time I was going at night, not all the time I was leaving to go do, workouts or whatever. So I try to do majority of the stuff while they were already not here. So yeah. So that's how I balance that. And if you have any other questions, I want my next video to be about reverse dieting and how that's going for me. How much weight am I up post-show, physique update, and all that stuff. So if you have any questions on reverse dieting, if you don't even know what reverse dieting is, so that you can come up with a question for me to answer, reverse dieting is exactly what it's called. So when you're dieting for a show, you are cutting calories, increasing cardio. Reverse dieting is adding calories back in slowly. So you're not gaining a bunch of weight all at once, because your body, when it goes through a prep, your metabolism is very, very low. It's slow. So you want to speed up your metabolism, increase your metabolism again, get it back to a normal state, get your hormones back to a normal state. And yeah, so that's what reverse dieting is. It's very important. And I feel like this has been my best reverse dieting normally. But I'm not even going to get into the normally. You got to watch the next video to find out about reverse dieting, how that's going, and all that good stuff. So, thank you for watching my video. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. It helps me out, guys. Give it a thumbs up. And turn that bell on to be notified every time I upload a video. So, and if you do all 3 of those things, comment done so I can shout you out in my next video. I love you guys. Thank you for watching.